Hey guys, Cleanblade here, bringing another Pokemon CCG online video, and today we're looking into the Mega Gallade-ex deck. But before we jump into the deck profile, I want to give you guys a big thank you for all checking out my Ninja deck profile and leaving thumbs up like that. I'm pretty sure we just broke 100 views on it when I'm making this video, so this is a big thing to me. It's the first video that even broke 50 views, now 100, so that guys means tons to me. So yeah, I wanted to say thank you, it just means a lot. But besides that, let's just jump straight into this deck profile now. Now we're going to be looking at Mega Gallade-ex. So let's just jump straight into it. No questions asked. We're just running 3 Pineco for the Fortress line that we're running. We're going to be running Fortress for Thorn Tempest. So we evolve our Pineco and deal 1 damage counter to all of Pokemon on the field. Doesn't matter who they are. So that goes really well with Mega Gallade. It allows us to cleave the bench. Then we're just running 1 Gallade-ex just for stellar guidance consistency. It's pretty standard. Yeah. Then we're running 2 DXs just for close encounter. And occasionally we might overdrive smash, depending on whether or not they're running safeguarders, stuff like that, 2-drop, stuff like that. We can really easily kill things with overdrive smash. But close encounter allows us to draw 2 cards, so it's really nice, and it only has a 1 retreat cost, so why not play? You could cut this card for Shaymin-ex, and by all means, if you have Shaymin-exes, run them in this deck. It'll probably improve the consistency a lot, but I do not, so I am running DXs, not EX, just regular DXs. Then we're running 3 Gallade-ex. Piercing prizes is alright if you can manage to get the energy set up. Occasionally you might get a few piercing prizes, kills and stuff like that, so it can be pretty good. Swift Lunge is meh, but other than that, we're basically just using him to get Mega Gallade out. And then we're running 3 Mega Gallade with Unwavering Blade to deal 110 damage and 30 damage to each one of the damaged Pokemon on the bench. That's where Fortress comes in handy, because Fortress allows us to instantly deal damage. Sure, Mr. Mime is kind of a counter to this deck, but we run kind of outs to it and stuff like that. So yeah, we really don't have to deal with it too much. Then let's just jump straight into the trainers. We are running 3 roller skates just for speed in the deck. Shaymins, seeing I don't have any, I'm running roller skates, but I'd still run roller skates even if I had Shaymins, so I really like it. Roller skates are really helpful in this deck, as long as you land heads, of course. Nothing much more to say about that. Running 2 switch, pretty standard, just in case if people live center out our Fortress, other things like that. So we are running 2 switch. Then we're running 4 Trainer's Mail. This card's just really good in this format if you're not versing Toad, so might as well run it. We're running 4 Ultra Balls just to dig out, get Pinecos, Fortresses, Gallades, all of that stuff. We all need it at certain times, so it's just a really good, consistent card. Then we're running 3 VS Seekers. 4 is kind of a bit much, and we are kind of running a kind of heavy supporter line in this deck, so yeah. 3 is just like the perfect number in my opinion, so we're just running 3. We're running 2 Kodas. We get big benches with Fortresses staying down on the bench and stuff like that, so Kodas was really good, so just 2. Sometimes you get like 8 card Kodases, stuff like that, so it's really consistent. Then we're running 1 Getsus. I feel like it's really good in this format. I think it's really good against Toad in this format and Mega Rayquaza, because they all rely on a lot of items at the moment, so Getsus just gets rid of all of them and you draw cards, so why not run a Getsus? We're just running the 1 tech. It's good here and there, so why not? Then we're running 1 Lysander. It wins games, why not? Then we're running 1 trump card, pretty standard, just so we don't deck out. It's basically a safety precaution. Then we're running the 3N. I didn't want to run 4 in this deck. I thought 4 was a bit much, so we're not running any Ns. Then we're also running 4 Sycamore. We can get down to 1 card in our hand pretty easily with Sycamore in our hand, so why not run 4? We only discard 1 card, draw 7. Basically how it goes. Then we're running 2 Dimension Valleys. Yes, only 2. That's because we're running our counter to Mr. Mime and other Shaymin players with our Silent Lab here. It allows us to get around safeguards, stuff like that, so I am running Silent Lab in the deck. Sure, it counters our Jirachi, but then you just don't play Jirachi, or you just don't play Silent Lab, or you Jirachi then play Silent Lab, if you hear what I'm saying. So it's just a good card overall, so we are playing 2 Silent Labs in this deck. Then we're running 3 Spirit Link, pretty standard. Spirit Link for Mega Gallade, kind of needed. We don't want to be wasting our turns. Then we're just running 10 energy, 8 regular psychic energy, and 2 mystery energy. We're basically using this for Deoxys, even though it has 1 retreat, because sometimes we don't want to discard that 1 energy, or sometimes it doesn't even have an energy because all we're doing is using close encounters. So the mystery energy is pretty good. Plus, if we get like a Gallade stuck into the active and we already have 1 powered up on the bench, we can just use this to retreat it, seeing Gallade only has a 2 retreat cost. So the mystery energy is pretty good, but I wouldn't run 4 of them. I think it's too clunky personally. So yeah, that's the entire deck. We're just going to be going over to Unwavering Blades and Fortress, going into Thorn Tempest. So that's going to be the entire deck. We're just going to cleave things down and hopefully accelerate beyond what they can take. So we'll be back for a quick game for you guys. So yeah, stay tuned. Alright guys, so I found this quick game here. I have no clue what we're versing. If we're versing Mega God of Fire, it can be kind of a rough matchup for us. But if we're not, it will be pretty decent, I think. We will just start this Gallade and not bench our Jirachi, because that'd be a bad play. We wouldn't get our Stellar Guidance off, and we might need it with this opening hand, so yeah. We will roller skates and see what we get. We did get another Gallade and a Trainer's Mail, which is pretty good. Here we can do some Ultra Ball stuff and grab a Pine Cone right off the bat and stuff like that. And we will lead with a Mystery Energy, and then I will play this and we will just Sycamore the hand away right off the bat. And after that, we even open up the Dimension Valleys and everything, so we do have that going for us. At the moment, though, I'm going to play the Silent Lab, just so then he can't play certain things out of his hand, like Shaman and Jirachi and stuff like that. So we will play the Silent Lab just to negate those first. And we do see him discard a Lysander and go for the town map. So it looks like it's the Flareon deck, actually. It kind of caught me off by a little bit by surprise here, but it's not that big of a deal, really, at all. We will... I won't Fortress here, actually. It dies in 2 turns anyways, so no point. If we do draw another Psychic Energy, it is game next turn, so why would I do that? We do see a Juniper, which is really big here. We dead drew, basically, so this is kind of a problem for us at the moment. It's kind of a big problem. We kind of want to get an N, a Chorus, basically anything in our hand. If we could get it, at least this Ditto's ability is shut down for now. That's a big help. Same with his Jirachi that he had to discard is shut down. So there's a lot of things that's being shut down by the Silent Lab at the moment, which I don't mind. We do see him discard the eggs, so he can't propagate this turn and everything like that. So here, I will place the Fortress here this turn, and I will Piercing Prizes and take the prize on the Surpuff and not let that live. We do see the Ditto come out. He can't use his Transform ability, so he's pretty screwed at this moment. So this is a pretty quick game going on here. And this is how Gallade usually wins this deck usually wins games. But we do see a Training Center. It's pretty big. He can get an Eevee and go right into Flareon here. It'll allow him to hit us for some damage, so we do see that, and bam, comes down the Flareon. We might even see a Sycamore here, or something, a Battle Compressor. We might even see an Archie's here, which would be really good for him. Bad for me, of course. But Turbo decks are not what this deck specializes against. We kind of like to take our time and set up a little bit, but this would just be the end of the game. It's really important, though, that I do note every game like this, it's a risk for us to be doing. Turbo decks are not a very good matchup against us, so yeah, just be wary for it. You kind of always want to get a Gallade out early if you can. We did win in a relatively fast-paced amount of time, but we did get set up really good. We did really good, so yeah, sometimes you may not draw that great, stuff like that. So it is a slower paced deck, so keep that in mind. Turbo decks like Night March and stuff can be a good matchup for you. If you can kill the Joltex with Cleaves and kill the Mews off, it could be really good, but you just had to kind of get set up. We got set up really quick in the game, so yeah, it really didn't matter too much. So I want to take this time and say thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time if you liked it. hit the like button down below, leave me a little thumbs up, and you can even subscribe if you want to see more. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button, leave a comment down below on why you disliked the video, give me some feedback, stuff like that. So yeah guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time whenever I release a new deck profile. It'll probably be just a couple days. Have a good one guys.